Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daily English Learn. I'm Eva, and I'm here with my co-host, Mark. Hello, Mark. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, Eva. Thank you so much. And hello to all of our amazing learners watching this video right now. We are so happy you're here with us.
You know, Mark, I want to ask you something. Have you ever been in a situation where someone asks you a simple question, something that seems so easy, but suddenly your mind goes completely blank?
Oh, absolutely, Eva. I think every English learner has experienced this. Someone smiles at you and says those four simple words, "Tell me about yourself." And what happens? Nothing comes out.
Exactly. Your English disappears. You feel nervous. You don't know where to begin or what words to use. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. And I think many of our learners have felt this exact feeling. It's one of the most common struggles for English learners everywhere.
So, Mark, why do you think this happens? Is it because they don't know English?
No, not at all, Eva. It's not that they can't speak. The problem is they haven't prepared for this moment. They haven't practiced how to introduce themselves naturally and confidently in English.
And that's exactly why we're here today. By the end of this lesson, you will have the complete skills and the exact English sentences you need to introduce yourself smoothly, clearly, and without fear.
That's right. You'll be ready for any situation. A classroom, a workplace, a party, a new friendship, anywhere.
I want to make something very clear from the beginning, Mark. Today's lesson is not just about giving facts. It's not about saying, my name is this, I come from that place, and then stopping. No.
Exactly, Eva. We're going to teach you how to build a real introduction that sounds natural, that sounds confident, and that helps other people connect with you.
Because that's what communication is really about. Connection, understanding, friendship.
Beautiful. So, Eva, let's begin with the foundation. When someone says, "Tell me about yourself," what's the very first thing you should say?
Well, Mark, the most natural and friendly way to start is always with your name. But here's something important. Don't just say your name and stop.
Right. Add something warm. Add something that invites the other person to feel comfortable.
For example, you can say, "Hi, my name is Eva. It's really nice to meet you." Or you could say, "Hello, I'm Mark. Thank you for having me here today."
Do you see the difference, everyone? You're not just giving information, you're creating a friendly atmosphere.
Exactly. And Mark, after your name, the next step is usually to mention where you come from, right?
That's right, Eva. Now, this depends on the situation. If you're speaking to someone from another country, you'll probably mention your country.
You might say, "I'm from India," or "I come from Bangladesh," or "I'm originally from Sri Lanka."
But if you're already in your own country and speaking to someone nearby, you might mention your city instead.
Good point. You could say, "I'm from Dhaka," or "I live in Colombo," or "I grew up in a small town near Mumbai."
Both ways are perfectly correct. It just depends on who you're talking to. Context matters.
That's such an important point, Mark. And here's another useful tip I want to share. If you want to make your introduction even more interesting, you can add one small detail about your place.
Oh, I like that. Can you give us an example?
Sure, instead of just saying, "I'm from Chennai," you could say, "I'm from Chennai. It's a beautiful coastal city in South India."
Perfect. Or instead of just saying, "I live in Karachi," you might say, "I live in Karachi. It's a very big and busy city with amazing food."
Exactly. Just one extra sentence can make your introduction so much more memorable and interesting.
I completely agree. Now, Eva, let's talk about what comes next. After name and place, many people like to mention their age, right?
Yes, especially in educational settings or when meeting people around the same age group. But here's something to remember.
What's that?
In professional situations like job interviews or business meetings, you usually don't need to mention your age unless someone specifically asks.
That's a good point. However, in casual or social situations, it's perfectly normal.
You can simply say, "I'm 23 years old," or "I'm in my early 30s. Keep it simple and natural.
Now, Eva, we come to one of the most important parts of your introduction, your occupation, what you do.
Oh, yes, this is so important. This is often the part where people really start to connect with you because it tells them something meaningful about your life.
Exactly. So if you're a student, you can say, I'm a student. I'm studying engineering at the university. Or, I'm currently in my final year of medical school.
And if you're working, you might say, I work as a software developer, or I'm a teacher. I teach mathematics to high school students.
What if someone is between jobs, Eva? What should they say?
That's a great question, Mark. If you're between jobs or looking for work, that's completely fine too. You can say, I'm currently looking for opportunities in marketing, or I recently finished my studies and I'm exploring different career options.
Perfect. Eva, I think this is a good moment to talk about something really important, energy and enthusiasm.
Oh, yes, this is so crucial. Tell us more, Mark.
Well, when you're introducing yourself, the words you use are important, yes, but how you say them is equally important.
I see what you mean. If you speak in a flat, bored voice, people will not feel interested in knowing you.
Exactly. But if you speak with a little bit of energy, with a smile in your voice, everything changes. Let me give you an example, everyone. Listen to this. I'm a teacher. I teach English.
That sounds a bit flat, Mark.
Right. Now listen to this. I'm a teacher, and I absolutely love teaching English to students from all over the world.
Oh, can you hear the difference, everyone? The second one has life. It has personality. It makes people want to know more about you.
That's exactly right, Eva. Your tone and your energy matter just as much as your vocabulary.
And speaking of making people interested, let's talk about hobbies and interests. This is where your introduction can really come alive.
I love this part. After you've mentioned your name, where you're from, and what you do, adding one or two sentences about your hobbies makes you sound like a real person, not just a list of facts.
Absolutely. You might say, in my free time, I love reading novels, or I enjoy playing cricket with my friends on weekends.
Or, I'm really passionate about photography. I love capturing beautiful moments. These small details help people see who you are beyond just your job or your studies.
Mark, here's a wonderful technique that many confident English speakers use. They mention not just what they like, but also something they're learning or trying to improve.
Oh, that's interesting. Can you explain more?
Sure. For example, you could say, I really enjoy cooking, and right now I'm trying to learn how to make Italian dishes.
I like that. Or, I love playing the guitar, and I'm currently practicing a new song.
Exactly. This shows that you're curious, that you're growing, and it often gives the other person something interesting to ask you about.
It keeps the conversation flowing naturally. Now, Eva, let's address something that makes a lot of learners nervous.
What's that?
What if someone asks you to talk about yourself and you feel like you don't have anything interesting to say? What if your life feels ordinary or simple?
Oh, Mark, that's such an important question. Here's what I want every learner to understand. Your life is interesting. Your experiences matter.
I completely agree, Eva. You don't need to be a world traveler or a famous person to have a good introduction.
That's right. Even simple things, when expressed with warmth and honesty, are beautiful. You might say, I live with my family in a quiet neighborhood. We like to have dinner together every evening and talk about our day.
That's lovely. That's real. That's connecting with another human being.
Absolutely, Mark. Authenticity is more valuable than trying to sound impressive.
So true. And let me add one more thing. When you're introducing yourself, it's also perfectly natural to mention your family if the situation feels appropriate.
Right. You don't need to give everyone's life story, but a simple sentence can be nice.
For example, I have one younger sister. She's still in school. Or, I come from a big family. I have 3 brothers.
Or, I live with my parents and my grandmother. Family is such an important part of life for many of us, and mentioning it briefly can make your introduction feel warm and personal.
Now, Eva, here's something that often confuses learners. How long should your introduction be? Should you talk for 30 seconds or 5 minutes?
That's a great question, Mark. Well, it really depends on the situation. If you're in a large group and everyone is taking turns introducing themselves, keep it short.
How short?
Maybe 30 to 45 seconds.
Just cover the basics. Name, where you're from, what you do, and maybe one quick hobby.
And what if you're in a more relaxed setting? If you're in a one-on-one conversation or a more relaxed setting, you can share a bit more, maybe 1 to 2 minutes.
The key is to watch the other person, right, Eva?
Exactly. Are they listening with interest? Are they nodding? Then you can continue. But if they seem distracted or in a hurry, it's better to keep it brief and let the conversation develop naturally.
That's excellent advice. Eva, I think we should give our learners some complete example introductions so they can hear how everything flows together.
I think that's a wonderful idea, Mark. Let's start with a simple one for beginner level.
Okay, everyone, listen carefully. Hello, my name is Priya. I'm from India, from a city called Pune. I'm a student. I study computer science at the local college. In my free time, I like to watch movies and spend time with my friends. Nice to meet you.
Beautiful and simple, Mark. Name, location, occupation, one hobby, and a friendly clothing. Now, Eva, can you give us a slightly more detailed version for someone who's more confident? Of course. Hi, I'm Arjun. I'm originally from Sri Lanka, but I moved to Dubai 2 years ago for work. I work as a civil engineer for a construction company, and I really enjoy working on big building projects. When I'm not working, I love playing badminton. I also enjoy trying different kinds of food. I'm always looking for new restaurants to explore. It's great to meet you.
Perfect. Do you see, everyone, how this one has a bit more detail and personality? It still flows naturally, and it gives the listener several things they could ask follow-up questions about.
That's excellent. And now, Mark, let's talk about a very important skill. How do you end your introduction?
Oh yes, this is crucial. Many learners say everything perfectly, but then they just stop suddenly, and it feels awkward.
Exactly. So, what's a good way to end?
A good way to end is with a friendly statement that opens the door for conversation. You can say something like, "That's a little bit about me. I'd love to hear about you as well."
Or, so that's my story. What about you? Or simply, it's really nice to meet you. I look forward to talking more.
These endings are polite, they're warm, and they help the conversation continue smoothly.
Now, Mark, let's talk about some common mistakes that learners make when introducing themselves, because if we know the mistakes, we can avoid them.
Great idea, Eva. Mistake number 1, speaking too fast because of nervousness.
Oh, yes, I see this all the time. When you're nervous, everything speeds up, right?
Exactly. But if you speak too quickly, people might not understand you, and then you'll feel even more nervous.
So, what should they do?
Take a breath. Speak at a comfortable pace. It's okay to pause between sentences. In fact, pausing makes you sound more confident and thoughtful.
That's great advice. Okay, what's mistake number 2?
Mistake number 2 is using overly complicated vocabulary to try to sound impressive.
Oh, I understand this. Learners think they need to use difficult words to make a good impression.
Right, but actually, using simple, clear English is much more effective than using complicated words incorrectly.
Absolutely. It's better to say, I like reading books, than to struggle with a complex sentence that doesn't sound natural.
Exactly, Eva. Clarity and confidence are more important than complexity.
So true. What's mistake number 4, Mark?
Mistake number 4 is apologizing for your English before you even start speaking.
Oh, Mark, so many learners do this. They say, sorry, my English is not very good, or please excuse my accent.
Yes, and they shouldn't do this. It makes you sound less confident, and actually it draws attention to any mistakes you might make.
So, what should they do instead?
Just start speaking. Most people are very understanding and patient. They appreciate that you're trying to communicate in English.
So, be proud of your effort and speak without apologizing.
Exactly. Eva, I think we should also mention something about cultural differences because this is important.
Oh yes, please tell us about this, Mark.
Well, in some cultures, it's considered polite to be very modest when introducing yourself. You might minimize your achievements or speak very humbly about what you do.
I see. And how is this different in English-speaking contexts?
In English-speaking contexts, especially in professional environments, it's actually expected that you present yourself with confidence.
But that doesn't mean bragging or exaggerating, right?
No, not at all. It just means stating your skills, your experience, and your interests clearly and positively.
Can you give us an example?
Sure, instead of saying, "I'm just a junior accountant," you can say, "I'm an accountant with 2 years of experience and I'm developing my skills in financial analysis."
Can you hear the difference, everyone? The second one sounds much more confident and professional.
That's exactly right, Eva. And let's also talk about body language, even though we're focusing on speaking.
Body language is so important. What should learners remember?
When you introduce yourself, stand or sit up straight. Make eye contact if that's comfortable in your culture. Smile.
And use your hands naturally when you speak?
Yes, exactly. These nonverbal signals work together with your words to create a strong, positive impression.
Remember, everyone, communication is not just about the words coming out of your mouth. It's about your whole presence.
Now, Eva, let's practice something together with our learners.
Oh, I love this idea. What should they do?
I want all of you watching this video to actually practice right now. Pause this video for a moment and say your introduction out loud.
Don't just think it in your head. Actually speak it.
Introduce yourself as if you're meeting me and Eva for the first time. Use the structure we've taught you.
Name, where you're from, what you do, and 1 or 2 interests. Go ahead, everyone. We'll wait. Practice it right now.
Welcome back, everyone. How did that feel?
If it felt strange or awkward, that's completely normal. Mark, isn't it?
Absolutely, Eva. The first time you practice anything new, it feels uncomfortable. But I promise you, if you practice this introduction 3 or 4 times, it will start to feel more natural.
And if you practice it 10 or 15 times?
It will become automatic. You won't even have to think about it anymore. The words will just flow out naturally whenever someone asks you to introduce yourself.
That's wonderful. Mark, let's talk about adaptability for a moment.
What do you mean by adaptability, Eva?
One introduction doesn't fit every situation. You need to learn how to adjust your introduction based on where you are and who you're talking to.
That's a great point. Can you give us some examples?
Sure. If you're at a job interview, you'll focus more on your professional experience and skills. You might say, I have 3 years of experience in digital marketing and I specialize in social media campaigns.
And what if you're at a casual party?
If you're at a casual party, you'll focus more on your personality and interests. You might say, I love traveling and trying new foods. Last month, I visited Thailand, and the street food there was incredible.
So it's the same person, but the introduction changes based on the context.
Exactly. And here's another scenario. What if you're introducing yourself in a classroom on the first day of an English course?
Oh, that's a good one. What should they say?
In that situation, you might want to mention why you're learning English and what your goals are.
Can you give us an example?
You could say, my name is Anita. I'm from Nepal. I'm learning English because I want to study abroad next year. I hope to improve my speaking confidence in this class.
That's perfect. This tells your teacher and classmates something meaningful about you and helps them understand your purpose for being there.
Now, Mark, I want to share something that might surprise our learners. One of the best ways to get better at introducing yourself is to listen to how other people do it.
That's such valuable advice, Eva. How can they do this?
Pay attention when you watch English movies, TV shows, or even YouTube videos. Notice how people introduce themselves.
What should they look for?
What do they say first? What details do they include? How do they create a connection? You can learn so much just by observing and then trying those patterns yourself.
I love that. And Eva, let's not forget about questions.
After you introduce yourself, the other person will often ask you follow-up questions, right?
Absolutely, and you need to be ready for those too. What are some common questions, Mark?
Common questions include things like, how long have you been studying English? Or what do you like most about your job? Or how do you spend your weekends?
So, what should learners do?
If you've prepared good answers for these common questions, you'll feel so much more confident in conversations. Think about these questions before they happen. Practice your answers.
Then, when someone asks, you'll be ready. Preparation removes fear, Mark.
That's exactly right, Eva. And speaking of preparation, I have a challenge for everyone watching this video.
Oh, I love challenges. What is it?
After you finish watching, I want you to write down your introduction. Write it in English.
And then what?
Then I want you to record yourself saying it on your phone. Listen to the recording. How does it sound?
Are you speaking clearly? Is your pace good? Does it sound natural and friendly?
Then record it again and try to improve one thing. Maybe speak a little slower, or add more energy to your voice, or smile more as you speak.
This simple exercise will help you improve dramatically.
You know, Eva, I want to say something to all our learners directly.
Please do, Mark. I think they need to hear this.
Learning to introduce yourself well in English is not just about memorizing sentences, it's about building confidence.
That's so true.
It's about believing that you have something valuable to share and that people want to listen to you. Every person has a story.
Your story matters. Your voice matters.
And the more you practice expressing yourself in English, the more doors will open for you in life. Better job opportunities, international friendships, travel experiences, academic success.
All of this becomes possible when you can communicate confidently.
That's beautifully said, Eva. And I want to add one final thought before we finish today's lesson.
What's that, Mark?
Mine is that be patient with yourself. Introducing yourself in a second language is not easy.
You might make mistakes. You might forget words. You might feel nervous.
That's all completely normal and okay. What matters is that you keep trying.
Every time you introduce yourself in English, you get a little bit better.
Every conversation is practice. Every mistake is a lesson. So don't give up. Keep speaking. Keep practicing. Keep believing in yourself.
So, Mark, let's review everything we've covered today for our learners.
Great idea. Start with your name and a friendly greeting. Mention where you're from.
Share what you do, whether that's studying or working. Add one or two hobbies or interests that show your personality.
If appropriate, you can mention your family briefly. Keep it natural, keep it clear, and most importantly, keep it authentic.
End with a warm statement that invites further conversation, and remember to speak with energy and confidence at a comfortable pace using simple and clear English.
Perfect summary, Eva. Before we say goodbye today, we have a special request for all of you.
What's that, Mark?
If this lesson was helpful, please subscribe to Daily English Learn. Click that like button.
Share this video with your friends, your classmates, your family members who are also learning English.
We create these lessons because we want to help as many English learners as possible, and your support really helps us reach more people.
And here's something fun we'd like you to do. In the comment section below this video, introduce yourself to us.
Write a few sentences. Tell us your name, where you're from, what you do, and one thing you enjoy.
We read every single comment, and we love learning about our wonderful community of learners from all around the world.
So go ahead and introduce yourself. We're excited to meet you.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. I'm Eva, and this is Mark, and we'll see you very soon in our next lesson.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep growing your English confidence. Goodbye for now, everyone.
Goodbye and good luck with your English journey. See you next time.